Welcome in, everybody. We are live with the RXFL kicking off week number 14, Thursday night football. And we got no bigger matchup than this. Number 2, right behind a team that's already clinched our very first inaugural RXFL season. Portland Lumberjacks already clinched. The London Monarchs at 9-2-1. Hoping to clinch possibly with a victory here tonight, going up against the 13th ranked Columbus Aviators. Joe Montana, John Elway on opposite sides. They have been rivals in the past. They're going to duke it out one more time, and there's a lot riding on this game. First, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the Monarchs. You can see they're well and above. They are cruising. And there's only 4 weeks left in the regular season, so unless they completely fall apart and don't have a good final run of it, I don't think the other London team is going to catch up to them. So Brooklyn, also the defending league champions previously, the Atlantic City Eclipse, they're pretty far out of it, and Pittsburgh. So in the north, Pittsburgh, Brooklyn, and then your London squads here. So London, there's a good chance if we look at the American Conference, I mean, they got the Armadillos on their tail, so they are not outright the number 1 seed like the Lumberjacks are, but let's see, because you can see they got a 2-game lead on the Mutiny, but they're up there. They're pretty darn close, but it's going to be tough for the Aviators because they got the Benjamins, they got the Desperados, even the Marshals. You cannot count out. The Marshals can easily finish 8-8. If the Aviators lose out 7-9, boom, they get passed up. So it is still a fight in the National East, where in the American North, it's pretty much the Monarchs running away. But like we said, the Monarchs still do have quite a bit to play for despite the record. They are number 2 in the league here, but they have quite a bit here to play for. And that is because they are trying to clinch. Now, on the national side, you guys saw it already. It's pretty much all said and done. It's wrapped up for the Lumberjacks. But on the other side, the Monarchs, they are still looking to wrap up their playoff spot, their top seed. So you got one team in the Aviators that are tied for first place in their division, fighting for their playoff lives. You got a London Monarchs team that, all intents and purposes, is looking like they're going to cruise to a playoff spot, but are they going to get a first-round bye or not? That's what we got to wait and find out. This is going to be good. Thursday night football, week 14, kicking off. So I'll let you listen to the coach here for just a moment.
I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday night football. And on the call, as always...
Ooh, we got rain. I can't remember last time we had a rainy game.
Okay, Coach, thank you.
Have we even had one that we streamed? I don't know.
As we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. The scene a few moments ago.
Definitely not as much rain. I remember in Madden 12, there were certain stadiums that were like glitched out that always had rain. So
Guys are ready to do battle between the Columbus Aviators and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks.
So we're going to be streaming. Hopefully, this is a series you guys have been enjoying, this Legends Relocation League. I've enjoyed playing it. It's kind of just relaxing to, control. I'm controlling offense on both sides of the ball, but it's kind of relaxing to just focus, just try to play the game on either side and have a good game both ways rather than, trying to make sure that your team that you're controlling is doing their thing. We're going to be doing a good amount over the next couple of weeks of the RXFL because we are so close to the end of the regular season. I want to know who the champ is going to be. So hopefully this is a series you're enjoying, because we're just 4 weeks out from the postseason, so we're going to try to crank through this thing. I'm open to ideas, like, if there's not maybe a lot of games that have playoff implications, maybe we only do 3 weeks, or 3 games in a week, instead of we're doing 5. We upped it with with the Sunday Night Football game. I have kind of a plan for going into Season 2, because there definitely will be a Season 2, of course, but I have kind of a plan to maybe speed things up a bit, but maybe you guys don't want. You guys have to let me know in the comments, do you guys like 5 games a week, or would you guys like to see me maybe speed it up? Originally, when we started, we were doing 4 games, and we added the 5th, the Patreon exclusive, about halfway through, but you guys have to let me know your thoughts on that one. But what the plan, I think, is going to be is maybe during the week, we knock out a couple of the RXFL games when we can. And then this is, of course, Twitch. We are streaming live on Twitch. We upload on demand to YouTube. And I think during the week, we do the RXFL. On the weekend, when we have a little bit of extra time, we'll do some WWE Universe mode, because I want to say that is one of the more popular viewed videos. And then on Sundays, of course, we save that as our Patreon day, whether that be hockey, whether that be Mortal Kombat, and we just kind of get through the season. And then we have our Ultra Fan streams as well. K. Duckman, Bo Jackson, he's run every single play for the Aviators so far. We perhaps will, do some Denver Broncos franchise. We'll get through the season, maybe take a little break once we get through it, and maybe we can get baseball back in the mix. Baseball doesn't do too good. Every once in a while, baseball will pop a big viewership rating on the channel, but not too often, so I'm always somewhat hesitant to do baseball. It's also a lot more because of how many games there are as well. So, but I think that's the plan. We'll do RXFL, we'll do WWE stuff on the weekend, and then when this wraps up, we'll get back in the mix with baseball, maybe get Red Wings hockey back going for its second season. Now that we got our capture card kind of working again, I want to wrap up the arena football season and see. I'm a little disappointed. I've kind of talked about in the arena football viewership, because on the original YouTube channel, the Georgia Force Arena Football series, we were doing one of our highest viewed series, so I was hoping in bringing it back that it was going to kind of be that same thing again, but it has not performed all that well on YouTube. So you guys have to let me know once we finish our arena football season. And maybe you guys don't like we're doing it on the PS2, we're doing Road to Glory, or is that what arena football Road to Glory? Maybe you guys like the original Xbox game instead of the PS2 game, so, which, maybe we switch back to that game as well. Let me know what you guys want to see, and then I think we got maybe 1 or 2 more seasons of Utah Utes football in us before the new college football game will come out, and that'll kind of put a capper on what was a very lengthy career with the Utah Utes, starting off with Wyoming and then Florida State, and then I think we've been with Utah for 17, 18 seasons. So that'll kind of be the plan, like I said, for the next maybe month or 2 here, as we see an opening drive touchdown by the Columbus Aviators. I think that'll be the plan, is pretty much during the week, RXFL stuff, WWE Universe mode on the weekends, maybe slipping in some God of War or Horizon from time to time. Sunday being hockey or Mortal Kombat or RXFL Patreon stuff. And then once we get through the season, kind of shift back to doing a little bit of baseball and such, and go from there. So, of course, if you guys will get a little plugs out of the way here before we get into the play-by-play of football, you guys can help shape what we stream, what you guys want to see. We talk about arena football, baseball, kind of having low viewership. If you guys want to shape the channel, you can do that. Do consider checking us out at patreon.com/tvsports27. If you are in our, the Mega Fan tier or above, we put up monthly threads where we ask you guys, what do you guys want to see on the channel this month? And you guys can comment. I want to see football. I want to see wrestling. I want to see the Denver Broncos. That's part of the reason we have been doing some of the RXFLs, because those have been the common requests that have come through, is WWE 2K and the RXFL. Some of you guys on Patreon have been really into it. If you want to request specific things to be streamed, perhaps you want to see some Animal Crossing on the channel. Perhaps you want to see more baseball, more hockey. You want to see my Rise, my GM mode. Consider signing up as an Ultra fan at patreon.com/TBSports27. Every other week is Ultra Fan Week, and next week, we had to delay it by a week because we got sick. But next week is going to be the Denver Broncos franchise making its second Ultra Fan stream, and we're most likely going to be doing two Ultra Fan games with you guys. So be on the lookout for that. We stream everything live on Twitch, so twitch.tv/TBSports27. If you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. We got... oh, look at this pass by Elway. Oh, McCaffrey. Oh, it's in the rain. We have probably 20% of the followers on Twitch that we do subscribers on YouTube. So if you're a YouTube watcher, if you want to watch live with us, if you don't want to wait for the videos to come out, if you want to watch everything live, go ahead and follow us at twitch.tv/TBSports27. All of the live streaming is going to be done on Twitch until we hit our 1,000 subscriber milestone on YouTube. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will start doing some more live streaming back on YouTube like we were doing for quite a while. We had our big YouTube boom when we had some... I'm satisfied with this YouTube notification. What the heck is this new thing now? I just got a... Do you love that you get those shorts notifications? Maybe that's what they're doing. So, yeah, we were streaming quite a bit, as you guys know, on YouTube because the YouTube numbers had picked up quite a bit. And it had ballooned, so we were doing YouTube streaming, but then the numbers on YouTube started to die out, so then we went back to streaming on Twitch and uploading in 20 to 30 minute chunks for the old YouTube algorithm. So if you want us to get back to streaming on YouTube more often, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll start bringing back some YouTube live streaming. So... follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and hit a thumbs up if you're watching this video. If you like it, if you like my talking and rambling, hit the thumbs up button because that really helps out. It helps the videos get suggested and recognized, and the YouTube algorithm loves it. So do consider with the thumbs up. And again, patreon.com/TBSports27 for hours of bonus content, over 150 bonus videos from our previous YouTube channel, the old archives, more and more going up each day. WWE 12 content is coming, as well as Patreon bonus exclusive videos. And we'll wrap up the plugs here with our Patreon shout-outs for our mega fans. A big thank you, Justin Russell, Mr. Maple, Jonathan Harrigan, Kay Duckman. Thank you guys so much for being Patreon subscribers. If you sign up at the superfan level on Patreon, we're going to post your name in the description down below when we upload to YouTube, and I believe on Twitch. I'll have to find if there's a way on Twitch. Maybe I can open up like an extra tab like on the About Me section to have our superfan Patreons. But definitely in the description, you'll get your name. If you want a shout out, just like our good friend Mr. Maple and Justin Russell and Jonathan Harrigan and all them got, sign up at the superfan level for the verbal shout-outs, and then, of course, to request bi-weekly streams, you want to sign up as an Ultra fan. But if you just want to get the bonus content, $5 gets you in the door, and you get all the hours upon hours upon hours of bonus content. And the cool thing is, they're all unlisted videos. They go up on Patreon as an unlisted link. So once you open it once, you have the link forever. It's going to be in your URL. You add it to a playlist. You click thumbs up and you add it to your liked list. If you cancel Patreon, if you sign up for 1 month and you get the videos you want, and then you cancel, you're always going to have those videos that you opened up because you're always going to have the link to them. So like I said, you save them to a playlist. There's an answer for the London Monarchs with the touchdown. Both teams opening drive touchdowns. So you open up the link and you watch it. You add it to a playlist. You favorite it. You thumbs up it. You're always going to have access to that video. That URL is never going to change unless YouTube does something like take down the video, or if they delete an account like they've done before by mistake and we have to re-upload everything to Patreon, which in that case we would. You're always going to have those links. So sign up for $5, get the videos, cancel if you want. But we encourage you to stick around because we're constantly, each week, adding new videos all the time. So if you want the new, latest, and greatest new Patreon videos, you'll want to keep subscribing, and it helps support the channel. Like we said, $5, you know? Skip that cup of coffee at a, big old corporation like Starbucks. Forget it. I just picked up a drink. From the gas station on the way home. Hadn't had a soda in a while. Thirsty. Yeah, $4 for that thing. For $1 more, you help out a channel, you get a bunch of content. So check it out. All right, plugs out of the way. Now let's get into the game. Was that too much talking? I don't know. I said a lot. Let's. You can tell I got my energy back. I might still be a little congested here, but we're back in the mix. So second drive of the ball game, and what do you guys think? Is this just going to be a shootout? Is this going to be a shootout between, I don't know, it's still raining. So you got Bettis, Bo Jackson on one side, Montana and Elway, your quarterbacks. Are we just going to see, who knocked that down? Are we going to see our first defensive stop right here by the London Monarchs? 3rd and 2 in the gun. Draw play. Bo Jackson. First down, not a problem. No defensive stops yet in this one. Thursday night in the rain in London. Now, Thursday night, I imagine U.S. time. Do they play this nighttime in London? I don't know. How does the time difference work? So is this game at like 3 in the afternoon on a Thursday? I would imagine so. It's got to be, because if it's prime time in the States, in London, it's got to be the wee hours of the day. So unless they're playing in like the afternoon in London and the sky's just dark because it's raining. But then if they did that, it would be even earlier in the States. So these time zones, and they just barely get the snap off, and not much happening on that carry. So how about the beginning of this game? 7-7, a lot of moving parts. And the Aviators, who are clinging on to first place in the National East, going up against the American North team that's way ahead of the mark. London Monarchs.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Quick pass by Montana. Touchdown, Aviators.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. Here's McCray now to add the extra point.
All offense so far. But it's been, I mean, it's slow moving, right? Like it's been 3 very lengthy touchdown drives. They're not quick drives. So that's one thing. Although we're having an offensive output here, we're not having a ton of points. How will Elway and the bus respond? This is like Denver Broncos 2.0. You got Elway and McCaffrey. Meanwhile, on the other side, the other Denver Broncos squad, the Lumberjacks, Russell Wilson, Terrell Davis. Who else is on that team? I think Rod Smith. They've already clinched. They're looking good. High formation here, and you had to figure they're giving it right to the bus.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while.
Elway lines up in the gun. 3 receivers set to the right-hand side. Takes the snap. Quick pass out to Kelsey. Did Kelsey push forward and get the first down? Yes, they are going to give the Monarchs the first down. How about it?
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route. So
back in the gun again. Another quick pass by Elway, and Richard Sherman was there to break that one up. So far, the weather not quite affecting the passing game just yet. We've seen a handful of drops. Elway once again takes this one in the gun, and once again, quick pass out to Kelsey, who pushes forward and picks up another first down. So 2 first downs on this drive for Travis Kelsey. You can believe that. Time under center, wide open for Jerome Bettis. And he's got the first down. And the Monarchs now. Who's going to be the first defense to step up here? Normally in the rain, this is kind of it's the defense's, smash mouth football. But it's the offense's huge blocking here. The bus hits the spin move, first down. Jerome Bettis.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
What you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your block.
Do you guys like playing with the legends? When I've done these, previous leagues, these, made up leagues, I would just, have random players. And it was kind of fun because it was players that, you would they would make up, like, hey, this guy ended up being good. With this one, all the players are good. And it was when I started playing 2K8, there's Travis Kelsey touchdown. That was the first time I played with, like, a roster full of legends. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun, playing with the legendary players. Do you guys like the legends, or do you rather it just be random players? I think it's kind of fun having the legends, seeing the guys have one more run. It's almost like 32 Pro Bowl teams, Elway and Jerome Bettis on the same team. Elway and Travis Kelsey. Forget about it. We're about to be tied up here in London.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
See, Devin Hester. We haven't had the highlight reel moments just yet from Devin Hester. Of course, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do kick returns in Madden. It's hit or miss with EA. In the college football game with Utah, it is very, very, very easy. Bo Jackson's about to break 1,000 yards rushing. It's very easy to do kickoff returns, touchdowns. And this game, very rare, very, very tough.
They're locked in really well.
All right, we'll see how Columbus plays it with 6 minutes to go. They can easily wind the clock down and get that final score. Oh, Montana had a wide open receiver, and he just ran into Worley, who, I think the offensive lineman just got pushed into Montana. Let's see. He rolled out, and yeah, he had an open man, did Montana. And unfortunately, by the time he got set, I mean, Worley got back there, and the O-line tried to throw a block. Too little, too late. Down he went.
Second and 14.
Completed to Jackson. Bo Jackson doing some good work so far today. What we were saying with 6.5 is, do you score quickly knowing that the way this game is going, can the Monarchs answer, or do you try to take all 6 minutes off the clock here and be the last one to score? That's going to be very interesting here to see what happened. Alternatively, if you're the Monarchs, this is your opportunity. Come up with the stop. Oh, they might have just done it right there. They got one more stop to make. Dan Deerdorf. That was Dan Deerdorf. Who? 3rd and 8 for the Aviators. Completed.
They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21-yard.
No stopping either offense yet. Aviators are going to go 5 wide on this play. Montana still looking for a great season. If you were following on our previous YouTube channel, the RFL, NFL 2K8, we did 5 seasons. Montana winning the inaugural Revolution Bowl with the Salt Lake City Fury. They followed it up going back to the Revolution Bowl the next season, and they lost to Warren Moon and the Huntington Beach Killer Whales. Well, I don't think they're going to get all the time to tick off the clock right here. And there's 1,000 yards for Bo Jackson. Wow. Those 2 seasons, back-to-back championship seasons, one winning it all, one the backup. After that, 3 consecutive seasons missing the playoffs, including some pretty bad records. And Montana moving on from Salt Lake City, joining the former Columbus Crusaders, now the Columbus Aviators, and here they are, and they're trying to cling on to this playoff spot. And is this what the postseason is going to be like in the RXFL, guys? Is this what it's going to be when you got the best of the best going at it? It's just going to be a shootout style. We have had 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns, no turnovers, no punts. And now there's 3 minutes left on the clock and a potential for Elway to make it 21-21 at halftime.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change?
Bettis.
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get.
That's going to be, I think, one of the first negative yard plays for the London Monarchs. Dropping back into the gun this time. Elway finds Dante Lavelli. Was that a face mask? He's only got 1 bar. Did they have as many face masks back in the day with the 1 bar? Because normally, you know, a lot of face masks, like the hand gets stuck or everything. That's what player, my hand got stuck in the thing. With the 1 bar, that's kind of hard for your hand to get stuck because you really got to grip that thing like you're pulling a handle. Maybe that's what they got to do. Just everyone go back to the single bar face mask. Or someone said just go back to the days of no helmets because maybe players wouldn't be lowering the helmet if they didn't have one. They wouldn't have a weapon to use. Incomplete. Tim Brown just got that one punched away. Continue. Respect both quarterbacks. Playing pretty well in the rain here. In the London rain. Elway completes another one to Ed McCaffrey. I believe that's number 3 or 4 for Easy Ed.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the
That was
ball
number
downfield.
3, of course, the Suns. Christian McCaffrey, and then Dylan McCaffrey in our Denver Broncos franchise with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Won a number of Super Bowls. Elway threading the needle. Tim Brown having quite the time hanging on to the football. He's dropped it a few times here. We could have done with the amount of games we've done, because what is it, 5 times how many? We could have done a number of more Denver Broncos franchise seasons. But like I said, we'll take a little pause in between our XFL seasons, and maybe we'll come up with another plan to get through. Because now that we're doing 17 weeks, you know, maybe we do, or do like a couple. Oh, Elway gets sacked. Maybe we do a couple more. Maybe we do like a mix. Maybe we play like 3 games and then simulate the other 2 or something, so that you guys that do want all the content can still get all the content, can still get your 5 games, but then we can get through the season a little bit quicker. Ooh, nearly intercepted. And that will allow us to, you know, be able to get through everything a little quicker while still giving you guys something to watch. So let me know your ideas, or maybe you guys love the 5 games and say, hey, don't change a thing. Elway rolling out. Oh, what a play. And they're not going to give us an instant replay. We'll give you the replay. Elway to McCaffrey. Unbelievable. What a first half this has been. 6 drives, 6 touchdowns. Elway. My goodness. SC top 10. 45 seconds, though, and 3 timeouts for the Aviators. Points are definitely within range here.
A 10-play drive that time. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away. This will be taken in at the 1.
6 touchdowns on 6 drives. We were just talking about Devin Hester. Hasn't had any highlight reels. That was about as good as it gets. Getting up to the 47 and giving plenty of time for the Columbus Aviators to get at least 3 on the board. This is wild. You guys are not going to want to miss the second half here. Montana to Givens. Timeout called by Columbus.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go.
They can get a touchdown out of this. They still got a lot of time. 30 seconds, 2 timeouts here.
He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
And that one, a little bit of traffic there. Referees let that one go. Incomplete. Rain is going to be a factor, too, in trying to go for this pretty lengthy kick.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Wilson.
They go ahead and take their second timeout here.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
So now, if you're the Aviators, you either got to go sideline or go touchdown, or else you're using that final. They're going to go touchdown, and it's incomplete. They went for the money ball, so I guess technically for the first time a defensive stop. It was a non-traditional drive because of the nature of going against the clock here. But your technical first stop on defense, but points still going to be on the board. And we'll see, can London, with 3 timeouts and minimal time, tie this one up? We'll have to see what happens here. This is going to be a crazy second half, folks. You do not want to miss it. If you're watching live on Twitch, we're coming back in just a couple of minutes for the second half. If you're watching on YouTube, the second half coming your way tomorrow. Be on the lookout. If you're watching months or years in the future on YouTube, it should just come right up on the playlist. Quick throw. McCaffrey. That is one issue that the Aviators, or I should say the Monarchs, have had. Game says Hail Mary, is players dropping the ball, whether it be because of the rain or what have you. But quick one, trying to get into field goal range, and that is going to pretty much be Hail Mary now. I think they were still trying to get into field goal range, but now, I mean, it's going to be pretty tough here. And Elway ends up getting sacked, and that is going to conclude a pretty epic first half. We're going to see if that 3 points from the Aviators is the difference. So, again, you're watching on Twitch. Stay tuned. Second half coming your way in just a couple of minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll be right back. Just 24 hours away. You do not want to miss the second half between the London Monarchs and the Columbus Aviators. Will this offensive megafest continue? A huge week of games still to come, including Chicago and Mexico City. You see it right there. The Demons and the Huskies. You got the Desperados and the Aftershocks on Patreon, and the Celtic Tigers and the Lumberjacks on Monday night.